there's something else that I really want to talk to you about, and that is this flag burning thing. Now, this is not an amendment. This is something the president is putting up in an executive order and has very little teeth to it. But I look, I understand, as a guy who's putting an enormous flagpole up at my house today. I mean, an enormous flagpole. I love the flag. I love it. And there are a few things that make me more angry than seeing somebody, set our flag on fire. For a lot of people, it's a punch in the gut, especially our military people. And it has been planted on distant battlefields. It's raised after victory, saluted in the morning, or should be, in our schools, and folded and given to the hands of grieving families. It feels like spitting on every sacrifice that ever made this nation possible. And the argument against flag burning is really simple. It dishonors the idea of all of that, okay? And it offends millions of people, including me. It disrespects, I think, the veterans who bled, the families who mourned, the dream that binds us together. However, here's the hard truth. Symbols only mean something in a land where freedom is alive. If you outlaw the burning of a flag, you have placed the cloth above the Constitution that it represents. You have made the flag an idol. We don't worship idols. If you can only praise the flag and never protest it, then it stops being a symbol of freedom and starts being an idol of obedience. Now, that's the argument for allowing it, at least to me, because the real strength of a free nation is how we protect not the speech we love, but how we endure the speech we hate. And the Supreme Court has already ruled on this, and the line they drew wasn't an easy one. Freedom of speech stops where it directly incites violence. And that's the same thing, kind of, in this executive order. You can burn the flag, but if I'm not mistaken, but if it incites violence, then you're in trouble. And that's true. But the bar of inciting violence is so incredibly high. And it doesn't have anything to do with speech that offends. It's not speech that stirs anger, not speech that makes you want to punch the speaker in the mouth. It is speech only that provokes imminent and specific violence. And unless it's that, the government doesn't have any right to get into the business of silencing speech. Ever, ever, ever. It is a hard line. And that standard is really hard. It's painfully hard because what our citizenship requires, this is civics, what our citizenships require is that we defend, I hate this. We defend the right of your opponent to mock everything that we hold sacred. Now, I want you to think this. You can burn a Bible. You can burn the Word of God. But some want to make it illegal to burn the flag. Where are our priorities? You can burn the Constitution. The words that actually are the ones that stir us into action. But you can't burn a flag. You can't burn a Koran. Can't burn one. Can't. You will quickly come to a quick end, not legally, but you will come to a quick end. I don't ever want to be like that. Ever. You burn a Bible? I think you're a monster. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? But you have a right to do it. Why are we drawing a line around the flag? The reason is because we feel things so passionately. And that is really a good thing, to feel love of country so passionately. But then we have to temper that. My father used to tell me that I think this country needs to hear over and over again every day. My father we would talk to somebody and we'd walk away and he'd go, I so disagree with everything that man just said. But Glenn, son, he would say, I will fight to the death for his right to say it. He used to say that to me all the time, which now leads me to believe I know where I got my strong opinions from, because Dad apparently disagreed with a lot of people all the time. But that was the essence of freedom. That is the essence of what sets us apart. Standing for universal and eternal rights like free speech, it's not easy. It means you have to take the sides of those people that offend you. It doesn't mean you have to agree with it. You can fight against it. You can argue back and forth, but you tolerate the insults to the things that you love most. That is so hard, and that is why most of the world does not have freedom of speech. It's too hard. But our founders believed people are better than that. Our citizens can rule themselves. The only way you can rule yourself is if you don't have limits on freedom of speech. So the question is, do we want to remain free, or do we want to just feel good? It really is that simple. It's why no one else has freedom of speech. It's too hard. I think we're up to the task.